Hey, 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 what do you say, my crafty crew? Welcome to Technique Thursday, a space where I share my journey of learning coloring and painting one step at a time. From blending basics to brush control, I'm exploring new techniques, experimenting with color, and celebrating progress along the way. Whether you're learning to or just curious, come along as I grow, mess up, try again, and hopefully create something beautiful. Hey, my crafty crew. Welcome to Technique Thursday. And I am going to experiment with my Neocolor tools. And I purchased some new watercolor brushes. Um, I do have some that hold the water, but I haven't messed with those yet. So I figured I'll try playing with these. And this is the Sarah Renee Clark Vibrant Wilds. And she has nice paper in here, so I wanted to give a shot with the Neocolor tools. Um, I initially wasn't planning on doing anything to the background because I think if I was thinking ahead, I would have did the background first and then came in and colored. But oh well, it is what it is, and we gonna go for it, right? Because that's what we do. All right, let me find a brush to use. I think I want to try this little square one here. Not sure what the difference of in them are, but that's the one we're gonna go with. We're gonna go with that one, and I'm thinking I'm not sure what color I want to use. If I want to go with the blue turquoise for the entire sky, or maybe try to go a little darker on the top, or mix the two. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all, but we getting ready to just go for it. And I've tried this directly on the paper in the Amazon books, and yeah, that does not go well at all. But I want to try it again on some better quality paper. So let's give it a shot. Hmm. I think I'm gonna start down here at the bottom because I do want the bottom to be a little lighter, and then I may use the same color for the whole page. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to see as we get into it, right, you guys? But hopefully I don't mess it up, and if I do, it is what it is. So I've seen people, they color a little bit, not too much. I don't know if I should be going in small circles or, just, and I don't know how much to put on um, before I add water. So, all right, well, let's give it a shot and let's see here. All right, here we go. Okay, this brush is really soft as well. In previous videos where I was trying to watercolor, I was talking about how soft the brush is, but maybe that's just the way they all are. Not sure. And I don't know if I should be scrubbing it or dabbing it. You guys let me know what you guys think, because I don't have a clue, you guys. But I wanted to give it a shot, so I'm giving it a shot. And I think this brush, I don't think I like this brush. I think I'm going to shoot for this smaller one here. So let's try that one. Okay. All right, well, yeah, I would want that a little bit darker, so I'm going to put down a little bit more on this side, a little bit more color. but it seems to be, and you guys might hear the fan in the background. If you do, my apologies, but these hot flashes are no joke. And so, gotta have that fan on. Is that dry? Nope, that's not dry yet. So, I want to try to go back in there and darken that up. All right, I wonder if that's too much. Okay, here we go. Okay. Uh-oh, getting it on my little birdie a little bit, but all right, if you guys have experience with these Neocolor tools, let me know. Let me know how I can work with this a little bit better. And like I said, if I would have thought about the background ahead of time, I could have did this before I colored my picture. So I'm not gonna worry about trying to get too close to my items. If I don't get in there good, I don't get in there good. I'm not definitely not a perfectionist. So um I'm not gonna worry about it, but I do want the darker. That is too light for me. I want it to be a little bit darker like this one. So I'm gonna put in a little bit more. And I really like the feel of these. Got nice weight. Got nice weight to them. So I don't know if I'm using too much water, but let's keep going. But I need to definitely think about, if I have such an open background, um, if I'm going to attempt to do something with the background, to do it first. I think that would make the most sense. Oh, maybe I should have put something on the side to make sure I don't get any color on the other side. But yeah, as you guys can see, and if you don't know, I'm kind of a fly by the seat of my pants type of gal. Just jump in and just go for it and see what happens, right? Doesn't always turn out to be the best, but I figure that's how I'm gonna learn, is to just go for it. And it seems to be a little drier, so I'm gonna put a little bit more up here and see if I can get it a little bit darker. Without trying to oversaturate it with too much water. I'm not sure how this paper is gonna take it, but I think it's gonna do okay. I think it's gonna do okay. How's that coming along so far, y'all? What you think? I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay. I think it's coming out all right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give this whole bottom some color and then just keep going for it with the water. Really nice and smooth. I like the lay down. They seem to be working really well on the paper, going directly on the paper anyway. All right, so keep going. I seem to have multiple techniques going on here, going in lines some, in circles some. Doesn't matter. Need to look and see if it's gonna make a difference. I don't think so. Once it dissolves, I don't think it's gonna make a difference whether I did little circles or if I did lines. Let's do all lines down here. Let's do all lines down here and see if I'm gonna get any better result. All right, got that done. Okay, let's continue to go for it. Yeah, I just have to get used to the brushes, I guess, because I don't know why I think the brushes should be firmer, but if they're firmer, you know, don't seem like they're gonna move very well, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Are all the brushes about the same? Um, Look like I'm running out of water, huh? That's why my bristles start to split. That because I'm letting my brush get too dry. This, this is looking a little bit of a hot mess, but oh well. Get that to smooth out. Yeah, I think that's one of the problems. I think I'm letting my brush get too dry before I re-dip. What do you guys think? Am I letting my brush get too dry? It looks like it's getting too dry when the bristles start to split apart. But the pigment really um, dissolves quite well um, in this paper. Uh, Let's see, getting a little wavy, but I think that's gonna be okay. I've heard some people where they iron it to try to flatten it back out. I don't know if I would go through all that unless it really affects how I can color on the back page. I'm not sure if it's really going to have any effect on it. I definitely like the way it's dissolving the pigment in the water. I see why these are on the higher end. Well, I don't know why I'm saying that because I really don't have any experience with any of the other ones. But okay, well, I think that's coming out okay. I mean, for my first time, I think it's going all right. And then I know you can go straight onto the crayon and pull some off. We can try to get a little closer in here. Well, that's pretty cool. Be able to go straight from the crayon and pull off some color. All right, well, I think it's going okay for my first time giving it a shot. Let's pull off some color and see if we can get in here. Okay, well, that went okay. All right. Well, now let's go ahead and do the top using the palette. All right, so let's get some pigment on the palette. Okay. I think I need a little more water. All right, let's go for it. Okay, well then this is definitely coming out much smoother. Or maybe I was doing too much down there. I don't know. But this is working a lot better. I like it like this. Ooh, this is coming out a lot better. That is much better and using a lot less pigment too. So maybe this is the smarter route to go, is to put it on the palette and then pull it off. Because we all know these babies are not inexpensive. They're not inexpensive. And thanks again to my baby girl for buying these for me and my grandchildren. So if she happens to see this video, she'll get to see Mama using the products that she bought me. Although I'm surprised she hasn't asked me why I haven't used the other Chromotex that she bought me. These I asked for. The Chromotex, she saw them and she just bought them. She said she thought that I would like them. They seem like they would be cool to use. So she picked them up for me. and I have yet to use them. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think this is the way to go, y'all. And I wonder if I should continue to go make my strokes in the same direction. Will that make it look smoother if I keep all my strokes going in the same direction? What do you guys think? But I know I am definitely enjoying it more like this, putting it on the palette and then pulling it up. Yeah, I guess this is where maybe that flat brush would come in better. Go to the flat brush. Got too much water. Let's get some more pigment down. Bring over the water that I already have over here. Not quite enough water. Well, so we can tell these are some cheaper brushes, right? I'm already losing the bristles. Already losing bristles. Yeah, I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money on brushes, and I'm not sure if these are the type of brushes I want to use. So I figured I'd get these cheaper ones to practice with. And I got some of the water brushes that Foxy talked about. I did pick some of those up. I haven't used any of them. Yeah, these things may go in the waste basket, or take them and donate them to one of the schools I sub at, because I done picked about 8 of the bristles out already, and I don't think I'm doing anything too wrong. Am I, y'all? Am I doing anything too wrong to have 8 bristles come out already? Or should I not be scrubbing around? Maybe is that, see that? There's another one. Is that the reason the bristles are coming around? Because I'm going in circular motions instead of just going in one direction. Is that what's going on? Maybe no scrubbing around, just dip, dip, and go like this. You guys might hear the pups. You know, they always got to make their introduction. They are quiet all day long, but the moment I press record to start a video, they want to talk. See that? There's another one. Yeah, and that's already irritating me. And then I don't know, um, when I get to spots where I'm not really jibber jabbering, do you guys want me to try to put some music in um, during that time? Or you just wade through the little bit of silence? And I'm asking your opinion like I really know how to do that. But I can give it a try. I can definitely give it a try. I need to work on my editing skills just a little bit. Just a little bit. And those of you guys that do edit quite a bit and know how to do it, what program do you use to edit? I use CapCut, but I'm not very familiar with that either. I can do a few things, not too much. But I've really never been, never really thought about trying to edit too much. It's not something that appeals to me. Um, I am doing a little bit more than I was doing prior, but not too much more. So what do you guys use to edit? And do you enjoy editing? I know some people really enjoy it and go all out, and maybe they don't enjoy it, but they just want their videos to look better or do more of what they want them to do. I guess that's the main thing. How much work do I want to put in on the videos, and how much more do I want to try to learn to do a little bit more? Or is there another program that's a little bit easier to work with? If you worked with CapCut and another type of editing software and you found one to be easier than the other, um, all right, well, not as smooth as I would want it to be, but like I said, I think I'm doing okay for it truly to be my first time messing with the with the Neocolor tools, and I do feel like I like it much more coming from the palette um, directly to the paper. So, all right, you guys, this is my Technique Thursday for this week. Oh, I haven't had one up in a while, and I do apologize, but you know, it is what it is, y'all. Oh, that's got a nice little curl on it. But this is what we got for Technique Thursday. And the Neocolor tools. I think I did a okay job, and the more I practice, the better I'm gonna get, I'm sure. Um, There we go. Oh, I didn't even have the whole thing in the frame. So hopefully you guys could see it when I was working on the bottom, but if not, here we go. So it got a nice curl right here. Um, yeah, pretty warped on the back, but I think it came out okay, you guys. Tell me what you think. Give me any tips and tricks, and let's go. All right. Thank you guys for joining me for Technique Thursday, uh, Neocolor 2s. And that's a wrap on this week's episode of Technique Thursday. If you enjoyed the journey, drop a like, hit subscribe, and send moral support in the comments. See you next Thursday for more paint, panic, and progress. Until then, stay colorful and keep bumbling along. Peace, love, and blessings. Deuces.